Hello everyone, and today's video is going to be an overview and unboxing of the RADIOMASTER TX16S. This is a new multi-protocol radio, and the early buzz on this is that it's really pretty cool. It supports OpenTx, which is the software firmware version you see on a lot of Taranis radios, the FrSky stuff, and it's very, very programmable. It's very, very adjustable for anything you need. And this radio has it, so that's pretty cool. This radio is $149 on Hobbyking.com, and for that price, I don't think you can beat it. It's 16 channels, up to 16 channels, and again, with all the features I've seen, I'm really excited to be opening this up and checking it out. So let's get to it. This, and again, it comes in a nice box, and oh wow, look at that! It comes in this nice foam case. And what else we got in here? Oh, sticker sheet. Oh, that's cool. And a manual, I imagine. Yep, okay, so sticker sheet and manual. And so here it is. There's the box. That's really pretty cool. I gotta say, I like that. And here's the radio itself. And look at that. It's really nice. CNC machined Hall sensor gimbals, which is really cool. I'll tighten that down a little bit. These feel really nice. Really nice. Nice and smooth, nice and precise. Really has a good feel to it. Switches galore. It's got sliders on the sides. It's got potentiometers, obviously an antenna. It has a module bay in the back, so if you want to put an external module in there, you can, which is really cool. Expand the possibilities of the radio, which is already very, very powerful. It's TBS crossfire compatible for you guys that are flying with that. Comes with it, you know, the compatibility with it. And it's got this beautiful big screen on it. I'm going to show you that in a moment when I power it up. Nice big, very secure feeling scroll wheel and enter button. Like that a lot. It feels really nice. So let's power it up. I'm going to use a 2S battery pack to power it. It comes with a battery bay for two 18650 cells. Make sure they're correct polarity, of course, but you can use those. But I'm going to use a 2S pack here, and it just simply plugs right in using the balance lead. Couldn't be much easier than that. And once I get that in there, we can power it up. And there's all kinds of other battery possibilities. It says on the inside of the battery tray to be very specific about using only two 3.7 volt lithium packs or 2S 7.4 LiPo packs for the internal charge. It says do not use 6.6 volt life cells, 2S lifes. Don't use those. So just you know, read the warnings in here and in the manual as well, I'm sure, and you'll be safe. Just use what they tell you to use. All right, so we have a battery in there. Let's power it up. We press and hold the power button, and look at that beautiful screen. Gorgeous, nice and bright, easily visible out in the outdoors in the sunlight. That was a throttle warning, so you just put your throttle down. Fail-safe not set. Okay, well, we haven't even bound anything yet, so of course there's no fail-safe. But again, look at that beautiful screen. It's just gorgeous. It is not a touch screen, but it's still very, very pretty, and shows you everything you need to show you. So I think sliders, yeah, so you can see the sliders activating on the side, and the potentiometers, you can see where those are location-wise on the bottom there. I'll get close-ups of all this and show you. So since this is multi-protocol, this radio will bind right out of the box to almost any of the modern protocols. DSMX, FrSky D16, and others, I believe. AFHDS2A, the FLYSKY protocol. Like I said, almost any modern protocol, there's a list on GitHub, and I'll put the link to that shows everything that this is compatible with, and it's just about everything. I couldn't find anything on there that it wouldn't work with. Walkera, Devo. It will even bind to the AirHogs Starship Enterprise that I've got. So live long and prosper. That's awesome. That's a great inclusion. So like I said, it'll bind to anything, which is awesome. It's great. And with the OpenTx flexibility, you can program this radio to do anything. With all the switches on it and all these buttons that it's got here in the front, you can program this radio to do just about anything. And of course it does have trainer functions, master and slave, for buddy boxing with other people. trim switches, of course. I mean, it has all the usual stuff you'd expect, and then so much more. Voice prompts, haptic response. It's got touch, vibration. It's got everything. So let's dig in. I'll get some close-ups on the screen and show you some of the internal programming available. All right, so I'm going to show you turning it on. And again, look at that beautiful screen. It's awesome. All right, so there we go. Let's get a little zoom in here. Fail-safe set, not set. Yes, I know. We don't even have anything bound yet. Let's first look at models. If we go into the model setup, all the usual functions are there. Again, if you're familiar with OpenTx, you'd be familiar with this. And at some point, I'll do a video on OpenTx. It's a subject unto itself, so we won't get into that here and now. But you can certainly reach out to support if you have any questions about setting this radio up. But you can just scroll through all the different pages, up and down, and you can set your mixes up and your inputs, your flight modes, heli setup, model setup. Oh yeah, obviously this has telemetry, so if you have sensors attached to your receivers, they'll show up here. Again, similar to anything else. So here's where you set all those things. You can discover new sensors and add a new sensor and all that kind of stuff. Page over. Custom scripts, which is a very cool OpenTx feature, allows you to just do all kinds of customized, kind of like macros in a way. Special functions, switches, logical switches, global variables. Again, this is all OpenTx stuff. So if you are new to OpenTx, I suggest you go to OpenTx University. Just search that and you'll find it. And plus YouTube has 1,000 really great videos on how to program and utilize OpenTx. So just dig in and check all that stuff out. But again, this is the model pages, and if we get out of that, so to get to model select, you just press and hold the scroll wheel and you go to model select, and there are the different models, and you press and hold and select model. Yes, and that's a different model, and you can upload your own images and stuff like that. There's JPEGs, bitmap, I don't know what else is there. And you can also see all the controls show up, which is really kind of nice right there on this main screen. And let's see, yeah, again, the dials and all this stuff. It's all there. Shows you the battery voltage in both volts and also a bar graph. And it also has the timer right there, which is nice. Again, very, very comprehensive. So if we press and hold the system button, that gets us into the system, and here's the crossfire configuration. Obviously, again, the FrSky setup and some other stuff. One thing this radio has that is very cool is it has a Spektrum analyzer. Pretty cool. But again, you have all the other different functions, calibration for the sticks and the pots and everything, which is great. Trainer compatibility. Some more global functions, and a general radio setup, battery meter, range, sound, obviously volume, stuff like that. And set up the, I believe you can set up the haptic, yeah, there you go, haptic response, all that kind of stuff, screen brightness, languages. You can set up the main channel mapping, AETR. Some people use TAER. I myself use RETA, just for some reason, I don't know why. And again, everything else in there. So again, to sum up, the programmability of this radio is just extraordinary, and I think that for the price point, it can't be beat. And let's just check out on the bottom here. You've got these are the UART ports. The SD card is right there. USB-C for charging right there. And then on the top, it also has a spot right here. Has another USB port, and the trainer port cable would go right there. So there's that. And again, the improved JR compatible module bay and the battery bay. I'll show you that warning right there. And check it out, it even comes with a cute little keychain. It looks like the radio. And yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool.